Congratulations on such a powerful film. One of the first thoughts that came to my mind was part of a speech that Robert F. Kennedy gave April 5th, 1968. And part of that speech said, violence breeds violence, repression brings retaliation, and only a cleansing of our whole society can remove this sickness from our soul. So your film definitely is cleansing in some sort of way. Did you think, that was going to happen when you began the process for this?
Nah, I thought mostly it was just gonna be a way for me to express myself and the young people who is working with to write this play to express themselves. Hopefully that it can bring some awareness to our Richmond community. Once we started filming the project and it started getting a lot of support, I was hoping that whatever we filmed would be something that inspired other folks to keep doing what they're already doing in this line of work, and if not, to jump on board and get with it.
Okay. Russell, how did you become attached to this? I mean, there are just so many projects that I'm sure you're asked to be a part of, but this, you decided you wanted to come on board with. Like, why was that?
I have an affinity for poetry, as one of the better angels in hip hop, right? Because then the silence allows people the freedom to really say very powerful things. Where music it can be celebratory, it can be a lot of things. It can inform the artist and stop the artist from really digging deeper. So silence is golden. It's the best soundtrack, when you really want the emotions out. And a lot of the stuff that he's saying and a lot of the stuff that he's doing is critical. There's something about listening to your healing words, that any words that from your heart that really help heal, even if they sound like struggle on the surface. But so this experience he had, by not going to jail, not being a drug dealer, not doing all the things that he was in trajectory, made good sense for him. The real good sense was to learn himself, and you study yourself through art. That's how you get to know yourself, especially expressive art like this. You can't not know more about yourself after the experience of digging. That digging is the process. That's life's only journey and goal in some ways. So I watched him, really deliver a message, a powerful message, to his community and the world, by creating this. I'm glad to be part of it. I wanted it to get out. I see poetry has become a much bigger piece of hip hop again. It's had a resurgence. So I'm excited about it.
So who are some of the poets that inspire you when you think about, your work, when you are sitting down at that table? Who are some of the writers that come into your mind's eye?
Tupac, first, because he had a message. Talked about what I'm talking about. He experienced and a lot of the things I experienced. Black Ice, who got me started with like, I can do it. If Pac can do it, and I saw how Black Ice did his thing, I'm like, I can do it. And then a homegirl of mine, Shanaka High, she introduced me to the poet Amir Suleiman, and just seeing him, and then a few people liking me to him before I even knew who he was, and before I even knew what my style was. So it's like when I see them perform and how they just go all the way in and be vulnerable and put it out there, it's like what I'm playing for. So I try to always step my level up in writing, but more importantly, just get more vulnerable with my pieces.
Amazing. My last question is, what do you want to say to young people, who have to fight so hard to overcome the insurmountable, who are in situations like yourself and many of us who come from, heavily crime-ridden areas, low economics? What's the message that you want to say?
Man, whatever it is that you think, you're going to become that. So if you want better for your environment, you got to think better for yourself. And that's just simple as that. As far as that thought, believe in that thought that whatever you think for yourself, you're going to become that. So if you want better, you got to think better. And then it's going to be a struggle to retrain your thought patterns, but just believing like, I want better for me and my environment. And if I think better, then I'm going to be better. Boom, and then get to work.
Thank you so much. As a man thinketh, so he is.
That's right.
Thank you so much, gentlemen.
Thank
Continue
you.
blessings and success with this project. I'm so proud of it.